Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well. Aquarius, let's see how your energies will be at this moment so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. This is a general reading. Take what resonates with you. If not, disregard the message. It applies to everyone who has their sun, rising, moon, or Venus in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, you can complement your readings from your different signs so you can have a much more personalized horoscope. If you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. Let's channel a message for the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the Eight of Pentacles here. We have the Devil. We have the Sun. Five of Swords. Aquarius, I feel there's an important issue with shadow work, isn't there? It could also be working with certain attachments. The illuminated shadow, which is what is coming to light, right? Regarding anything that has to do with some attachment, some situation with another person, right? Where there has been some kind of tie or emotional dependency, or you feel that, above all, this can also be linked to workplace relationship issues. If you felt lately that at work you felt tied to a situation, or you were facing situations that were perhaps a bit uncomfortable or toxic, or the environment wasn't ideal, this situation comes to light, right? It's like you become aware of it here, right? There's also a need to seek freedom, to detach from certain circumstances, certain restrictions, things that maybe don't seem so fair to you. Or even if there has been too much work here, demands, pressure, and so on, what's happening? A decision is made here. And here we have like stepping aside, right? Deciding for your well-being. You are working a lot on yourselves, working a lot with your energy on a personal level, right? And there's a desire to express yourself in a much freer way, to feel differently. So it may be that these days you come across a situation where you have to make a decision. Do you really feel comfortable in that situation or not? The decision will come later. Like taking a step back to see the situation from a new perspective. That is, maybe I no longer belong to this place, or maybe I'm looking for a new direction for my life. I've approached this situation from a work perspective, okay? It could also be related to other types of relationships, right? That's why you have to see what kind of situation you found yourself in, right? Maybe you felt like there was a lot of control from another person, or there have been situations that you've started to question where you've said, no, I don't want to live through this situation. I want to let go of all this because I'm working on myself. So there's a decision here to take a step back and also start to find your new direction, your new path. Let's see what the arcana are pointing to. Dear Aquarius, Aquarius. Energy, general, and available. Let's take 3 more cards. They descend here from the moon. Thank you. The 7 of Wands, the Page of Cups, the 8 of Swords. Thank you. Thank you. Good one. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? The The work being done with this shadow. Also facing certain unconscious fears, right? Things that have even seemed suspicious, mysterious to you, right? Things that haven't been resolved. And start facing this, right? To stop giving more power to this energy or this person. And maybe start setting a boundary there. Also, knowing how to say no. Notice how the energy is closely tied to this, right? I feel trapped in this situation. I feel limited, like I can't express myself the way I would like to. Beyond the person. It has a lot to do with these emotions, right? From the unconscious that have surely been activated. And they are creating a challenge. The test. This could be closely related. Pay attention to your emotional side in romantic matters. Or in some cases, it could be about a relationship. Okay? And that's exactly what it's about, right? About starting to set your own boundaries. Start defending your position, your beliefs. When there's something here that doesn't add up for you, when there's something here that's not clear either, if this person isn't clear with you, whether it's because you sense that something's off, that they're hiding things, that you've discovered things, maybe some secret, or something has been revealed to you, I feel like there's a reaction from you here. It's like, well, not letting this situation get you tangled up in certain thoughts. And it starts making you doubt, right? Like, where is this bond going? Where is the relationship headed? What's the outcome? Do I really feel free in this relationship? Do I really feel comfortable or not? Then I feel like you're at a point where you're questioning a lot. That's why the sun here is like bringing things to light, illuminating everything that has been kept in the dark. Everything that couldn't be seen before is starting to become visible. Let's go. Let's see what else we have. Over here we have the High Priestess. Wow. A lot of revelations about what's hidden. The secrets. What are you starting to notice? And this, it's closely related to the inner work you're doing at this moment, right? Let's see what comes with it. Justice and the 5 of Cups, 7 of Cups.
I know.
The truth comes to light, and this stems from something you've noticed. As we've said, your intuition was not wrong. I feel like you're going to be confirming something you've been feeling, like that hunch, that secret that's revealed, right? And there's a decision to be made. I see here an Aquarius who has made the decision maybe to put an end to a situation, to close a chapter on an emotional level, right? But from a place of acceptance. Beyond the fact that there's a snooping energy here, I see an Aquarius going through it. Emotions. Because it could be that this relationship or this bond marked something very important in your life, right? But here there's an Aquarius who has started to awaken, right? I feel like you're no longer falling for certain illusions or promises here, or for certain dreams that have just remained dreams, right? Really? Even if this person made promises but didn't keep them, and everything just stayed up in the air, right? It's like you start to become aware of all this and you start to set a boundary here. Because if you don't, you end up confused, right? You end up with doubts. Is this going to continue or not, right? What do I really want? What do I really feel? Aquarius, you are in a moment of really deep inner work. And inner work is also reflected on the outside. So many times this gets projected. The shadow becomes more visible outside, and you start to see it from a different perspective. The shadow is exposed. And here, there is no doubt that you already will set a boundary here and give yourselves the opportunity to cross a bridge here, a bridge leading you to a new emotional stage, to start forming connections, a relationship where you can be yourselves, where you can express that love, those emotions, where there is a real connection. This is like bringing a kind of justice, isn't it? They're really reorganizing their inner selves. But first, something needs to be brought to a close. Let's see what we have in the Oracle deck. Egyptian Oracle. The sign of Aquarius. Mermos. You have here, this is Oracle 41. Restlessness. You know what? This energy really tells us about a situation that sometimes causes anxiety. We see that there has been anxiety here around the moon. That comes through a message, a conversation, or some information. The idea is that you don't stay in this situation, right, of tension or maybe anxiety or uncertainty, but rather that you see what the situation is showing you. What decision are you going to make after this? No. Maybe it's something that had already been brewing. It's something that maybe had already been forming here, and something that has been developing in the shadows. That's why I say this isn't spontaneous. It's not something sudden, but rather, it's something that had already been developing over time. It's time to make a decision. Aquarius, this is what we've seen. Have a beautiful day, all of you. And I'll see you here next time.